Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Let's watch some highlights of Donald Trump's address to the UN General Assembly. See what he's talking about. Let's check it out. I hope everyone's doing amazing, fantastic, grand, spectaculational. I know that's not a word, but it's made it up, and I kind of like it. Look at Trump. You can tell he has that very identifiable gait, doesn't he? Kind of like he's a man on a mission, like he's floating toward an Illuminati pyramid of Big Macs. Let's hop onto it. Into it. I would hop onto a triangle, a pyramid of Big Macs. It's probably pretty comfortable. You'd be pretty messy. Damn, I kind of want a Big Mac now. Trump is the king of Big Macs.
In a period of just 7 months, I have ended 7 unendable wars. They said they were unendable. You're never going to get them solved. Some were going for 31 years, 2 of them, 31, think of it, 31 years. One was 36 years. One was 28 years. I ended 7 wars. And in all cases, they were raging with countless thousands of people being killed. I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal. All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen.
What is he rambling about?
But she's in great shape. We're both in good shape. We both stood. And then a teleprompter that didn't work. These are the 2 things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter. What is the purpose of the United Nations? The UN has such tremendous potential. I've always said it. It has such tremendous, tremendous potential, but it's not even coming close to living up to that potential. For the most part, at least for now, all they seem to do is write a really strongly worded letter and then never follow that letter up. It's empty words, and empty words don't solve war. Many years ago, a very successful real estate developer in New York, known as Donald J. Trump, I bid on the renovation and rebuilding of this very United Nations complex. I remember it so well. I said it.
Remember when 9/11 happened, and then Trump's like, well, good thing is now I got the highest tower in New York City.
At the time that I would do it for $500 million, rebuilding everything. It would be beautiful. I used to talk about, I'm going to give you marble floors. They're going to give you terrazzo.
Marble floors? What?
I'm going to give you the best of everything. You're going to have mahogany walls.
Gold, everything.
Give you plastic. But they decided to go in another direction, which was much more expensive at the time, and which actually produced a far inferior product. And I realized that they did not know what they were doing when it came to construction, and that their building concepts were so wrong, and the product that they were proposing to build was so bad and so costly. It was going to cost them a fortune. And I said, and wait till you see the overruns. Well, I turned out to be right. They had massive cost overruns and spent between $2 and $4 billion on the building and did not even get the marble floors that I promised them. You walk on terrazzo. Do you notice?
What is he? The hell is he talking about?
That? As far as I'm concerned, frankly, looking at the building and getting stuck on the escalator, they still haven't finished the job. They still haven't finished. That was years ago. Millions of people came through that southern border. Just a year ago, millions and millions of people were pouring in.
I was hoping we would get the millions and millions. Whenever Trump says millions, I just think of billions, millions, millions and millions and millions and billions and trillions of illegal immigrants coming across the border. And
25 million altogether over the 4 years of the incompetent Biden administration. And now we have it stopped, totally stopped. In fact, they're not even coming anymore because they know they can't get through. But what took place is totally unacceptable. The UN is supposed to stop invasions, not create them.
Like, let's just be honest. The world is a stage. It's a farce. It's a facade. All of these people, regardless if it's Trump, Biden, Bibi, the leaders, the people that are, pushing things around on the chessboard of the planet and just extracting and hoarding and cheating their way, nepo babing their way to generational wealth while bugger everybody else. Essentially, it's a very top-down mode, like the way that the planet is going. The planet, yeah, that's what happens. That's the way it goes. Throughout history immemorial and into the future as well. It's going to be cool. Well, I don't know about cool. It's going to be interesting anyways. AI is on the cusp of like doing some kind of wild, scary shit. Like, it's changing so fast. The ability that AI has to mimic and just essentially recreate very, very, very indistinguishable to real life videos. And they're going to start popping up all over the place. People are going to believe in it. It's going to be like pitchforks and torches daily, and people getting fooled by fake videos and fake voices and fake. Essentially, everything will become fake. You will not be able to trust anything that you see in a video form. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, I tell you.
And not finance them. In the United States, we reject the idea that mass numbers of people from foreign lands can be permitted to travel halfway around the world, trample our borders, violate our sovereignty, cause unmitigated crime, and deplete our social safety net. We have reasserted that America belongs to the American people, and I encourage all countries to take their own stand in defense of their citizens as well. You have to do that because I see it. I'm not mentioning names. I see it, and I can call every single one of them out. You're destroying your countries. They're being destroyed. Europe is in serious trouble. They've been invaded by a force of illegal aliens like nobody's ever seen before. Illegal aliens are pouring into Europe. Nobody is ever, and nobody's doing anything to change it, to get them out. It's not sustainable. And because they choose to be politically correct.
The sustainability thing, he probably has a point. Like, immigration needs to be done in a measured way. Like, obviously, you can't have an unlimited number of people coming into a country. It's going to destabilize certain systems within that country. It's true. However, immigration reform, immigration is obviously massively important, especially in Western countries that just demographically aren't having enough kids, birth rates stagnating. So immigrants need to come in and they stimulate the economy, but there can't be too many because then you have housing crises. You do have stresses on the social safety nets and things like that for sure.
They're doing just absolutely nothing about it. I look at London, where you have a terrible mayor, terrible mayor.
Oh, it's going to go in on...
and it's been so changed.
Sadiq Khan?
So changed.
Is that his name, the mayor?
Now they want to go to Sharia law. But you're in a different country. You can't do that. Both the immigration and their suicidal energy ideas will be the death of Western Europe if something is not done immediately. This cannot be sustained. Another UN official stated in 1989 that within a decade, entire nations could be wiped off the map by global warming. Not happening. It used to be global cooling. If you look back years ago in the 1920s and the 1930s,
all I can say is you better prepare for fire season next summer there in the California and stuff like that.
Said global cooling will kill the world. We have to do something. Then they said global warming will kill the world, but then it started getting cooler, so now they could just call it climate change because that way they can't miss. It's climate change. Because if it goes higher or lower, whatever the hell happens, there's climate change. It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion. Climate change, no matter what happens, you're involved in that. No more global warming, no more global cooling. All of these predictions made by the United Nations and many others, often for bad reasons, were wrong. They were made by stupid people that have cost their countries fortunes and given those same countries.
He's getting into crazy drunk uncle at Thanksgiving mode right now, but
Countries no chance for success. If you don't get away from this green scam, your country is going to fail.
All right.
Meeting you and knowing you, and I heard about Finland and
Trump teases Finnish President Stubb. I like President Stubb. We're gonna have to check that out, and we'll see you all soon. Peace.